Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? I don't I don't remember. I've done a reading for you before. I like to explain real quick how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. Try to describe the picture the best I can. They never waste a message. There is always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, oh, I know what she's talking about. This is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. Sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. She won't give me all the details. She'll give me just enough that you should understand, be able to understand what she's talking about. So we're gonna talk to Grandma today. Oh, dearie, I love you. She called you dear E. Sometimes my teeth don't work so well. Dearie, dearie. She's talking about, excuse me, she's talking about the smell of oatmeal. Maybe you've just cooked oatmeal. Maybe she used to cook you oatmeal. But the smell, that smell, you'll get that smell. You can be in the store, you can be outside, in your car, in your house. Doesn't matter where you're at. When you get that smell, that's her popping in to tell you that she loves you, that she's there, that she's checking in on you, checking up on you, checking in on you. I know one time for 2 weeks, every time I opened my eyes in the morning, I smelled chocolate chip cookies. Never did figure out who was trying to talk to me, but you're going to get the smell of oatmeal. And she also mentioned cherries and then Cheerios. So I don't know if you both like cherries, you just ate cherries. She's validating herself. Cheerios, same thing. Don't know if that's something you guys used to sit down and munch on, or if you just ate some or getting ready to, and she's trying to validate that she knows that. Oh, good grief. I heard Habernathy. I think that is a name of something. I honestly don't know where that came from, or why she's saying that. Or maybe it's somebody's name. Could be one of those things you got to stretch outside the box a little bit. You know, it might be close to somebody's name. Habernathy. What is a Habernathy? Let me ask Alexa. She doesn't know what she's talking about either. So anyway, just keep that in mind. She shows you kind of wandering around with your head down, like a little bit lost, maybe. She's literally, physically trying to put her fingers under your chin and lift your head up and have you look at her. Look at her. So you should feel it, and it won't feel like fingers usually. We don't have fingers anymore when we get up there. So you might feel a little pressure. If she does it hard enough, it could hurt. I mean, sometimes they'll like stick me with pins, and I'm like, hey, 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 that hurts. I mean, when I'm not paying attention, they really want to get my attention, they'll do it. So know that when you feel this, it could feel like a warmth, a tingling. Maybe it itches all the time, or maybe you try to brush off something that's tickling you, and there's nothing there. So whenever she gives you these signs, validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more if you want more. That's your free will choice. But give her permission. Oh, she says that you think that she didn't see you growing up. Yes, she did. I promise you 1,000%. They can see you. They can hear you. Talk to her all you want to. There have been times in your life, especially when you were younger, but should be even now too, where you hear like somebody humming a tune, somebody humming a lullaby. It'll probably be very, very faint. You may not be able to. I'm hearing her humming lullaby and good night. Da 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 da. You don't want me to sing. I promise you. I can do a lot of things, but singing's not one of them. So I don't know if that's the particular one, or if it's just a lullaby that she's talking about. So you could have maybe over the years, if you think about it, woke up humming this lullaby or singing it. What is it? Brahms lullaby, I think it is. I don't know the name of it. Let me see. Okay, so it is Brahms lullaby that I'm hearing. May not be that exact one, like I said. She could just be insinuating she's been humming you a lullaby for a lot of years. So you could have maybe woke up with that in your head some mornings, or maybe you just started humming it out of the blue, or maybe you've actually heard it. Sometimes when they do that, it doesn't come through real clear, and you might just hear a humming or just a little musical faintly thing. I don't know. I don't know how everybody receives it different. So I don't know how you will hear it. So just think about it. You've heard it. When you hear that again, validate her, acknowledge her, and ask her to bring you more. Oh, see, I usually ask them not to show when you were too young that you won't remember the incident. So she's showing you younger. You could have done this when you were older too, but she's shown when you were younger and you fell on a sidewalk and you don't know how you kept from hitting your head and just really doing some damage. Somehow you just totally crashed and burned. You should have hit your head. It should have really messed you up. But it didn't, because she stopped your head from hitting the sidewalk or the pavement or concrete. She's showing a sidewalk. See if she'll show me exactly. Oh, I'm seeing a bicycle, but I didn't see you on the bicycle when she first showed it, so don't take that 100%. So she says, I do love you very much. I have been watching you grow into a beautiful young lady. Yes, you are young. She says, things in life happen for a reason. We're here to learn. You're doing a good job. But you have to learn to love yourself first and foremost. Think of how much Granny loved you. Love you. Okay, she says that you have felt her around you. So you know how it feels when somebody walks into the room. You don't hear them, you don't see them, but you feel their energy, you feel their presence. You turn around and there's somebody here, that kind of thing. This is my right side. Doesn't have to be your right side, but this is the side they usually stand on. But it's like she's coming up behind my right shoulder, and you can just feel like that person entering the room, like somebody's watching you. But that's not why she's there. She says you have felt her multiple times. You just didn't know who or what it was. She's trying to bring you energy of love and peace. And Grandma snuggles. And again she says, and Cheerios. And she's showing like you with a bowl of Cheerios, like when you were younger, but there's no milk or anything on them. You're just eating them like a snack. Know that I love you very much, and I've been by your side a lot. Keeping you from smacking your head on the pavement. And she's not just talking about that one instance. She's talking like, I don't think I want to say metaphorically. I don't know what word I want to use, like through the years, through your life. She's got a very soft energy, very loving towards you, very caring. So even though you were young when Grandma left, what was Grandma good at? I always tell people, if Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in, don't ask him for advice from up there because he doesn't understand how it works here. So ask Grandma to help you, and you have to ask, and you have to allow it. They cannot override your free will choice. My guides are thumping me on the head all the time, going, Rhonda, we told you not to do that. But I have the free will choice to say, nope, I'm going to turn it down, even though it's the best thing for me. If that makes sense. So what would Grandma have been good at in your life? Just sitting there listening, bringing you love, bringing you Grandma snuggles, like she said. Ask her for it. And I'm feeling her very, very strong on my right shoulder. It's like a bubble. It's like pressure pushing on me. And that's what she does to you. She says, never fear, Grandma is here. And she has a big smile on her face. I'm no wuss and I'm not scared to kick butt. Again, she says, love you. Not, I love you, but she wants you to love you, love yourself. And don't forget to blow me a kiss once in a while. So, okay. So she reached out and she put her hand on my arm right here. That'd be the other way around, but I can't twist that way. She reached out and she put her hand there, and it felt like a tickle, like something I needed to scratch. We get those all the time. So it might be a little hard to tell which one's her and which one is just our body doing something. But you should feel like the pressure, the warmth, tingling. That was an itchy, kind of like a bug crawling itch. it may affect you different. Like I said before, I don't know how the energy, excuse me, is going to affect somebody else. For sure. We all receive it different. She says you're a beautiful person inside and out. And she's pointing at you and she says you need to start believing that. Somebody has told you bad things about yourself, put you down, made you feel less than. She's showing a huge pair of granny underwear, big granny underwear, and she's pulling them up on you. And she says, put your big girl panties on. Figure out what they said wasn't true. And quit holding on to that. Now she's showing a suitcase. And I've seen them do this before. Imagine. You can physically do it, but imagine putting all of those bad feelings in that suitcase. Your baggage. Put all of that crap in that suitcase. You can actually write it down and burn it. Make a list of all those bad thoughts, bad feelings. You can put it in an envelope, hand it to an angel. You can imagine it. You can physically do it however you want to do it. But she's showing, put it in a suitcase. So imagine putting a suitcase and leaving it sit there and walking away from it. And don't go back and pick it up. She said she will take care of that suitcase. Physically, energetically, leave that crap in the suitcase and walk away from it. Because I love you. I hear the name Chester. We stink at names, so that's something you might have to stretch outside the box a little bit when it comes to names. So, but she's acknowledging, I would assume, a male. I almost feel like it's an animal. With the name CH. Just something close to that. Could be exact, could be sounds like. Okay, she's showing it. There is something really good coming for you, and it's just around the corner. And she shows like a wall, like a brick wall or something, and it's clear around behind there. You can't see it yet. You can't feel it. It's not close enough, but it's just around the corner. Now, when they say that, what is the time period? I have no idea. It's something that you can't possibly imagine, that you can't possibly see yet. I doubt if you could feel it yet. But it's just around this corner. And I mean, this is like a solid wall where I can't even see through it. But it's like kind of like dark, rainy clouds here, but around this corner, the sun's over there. She says it'll be in the near future. They don't have any time up there. They don't have clocks. They don't have all that. Don't know what the near future means for them. But it's more near than later, if that helps any at all. I know it doesn't. I don't like it when they're vague like that. And again, she's taking her fingers and lifting your chin up. Chin up. She says you have to look ahead or you'll never make it around that corner. Grandma says, actually, you are a blessing to a lot of people. Maybe they don't, I don't know if it's, say it again. She says you don't realize it. You don't feel it. You don't realize how much of a blessing you are to a lot of people around you. They can feel your love. They can feel your peace. That you're a very strong support for people around you. It's I don't want to explain this. It's like you're everybody's rock. You're everybody's rock. You may not think you do very much, or you may not think you do a lot, but it's like people come to you. People come to you because they feel that they know they have your shoulder to cry on, or they know you care. They can feel that you care. They can feel that you love them. Grandma says that's a very special quality to have. And she doesn't think you know. She wants you to know, but she doesn't think you know. Or maybe just like, yeah, I'm not that important to that many people. I don't know, that kind of thing. She wants you to know how important you are to a lot of people. They don't tell you enough. They kind of take advantage of your kindness because they're hurting. And they're not taking advantage of you like to be mean or rip you off. That kind of taking advantage of. They just kind of take because they need help, because they need a shoulder, and they forget that you might need one too. Grandma says she'll be your shoulder. And again, I promise you she can hear you. Talk to her all you want to and ask her for help. Ask her for help. But if you need a little more energy, you need a little more love, you want to feel a little more love energy. I'm not sure how to explain it because I don't know how much you know about this kind of stuff. I keep forgetting people don't understand what I'm saying sometimes. You have and you will feel her. She says she's not that far away. And she has cared for you since you were born. She's holding somebody's baby, but I can't see it clear enough. It's an infant. So I don't know if she's showing me that she held somebody's baby before it got here, or this is one that left shortly after it was born, and she's got it with her. But it feels like maybe not yours, but maybe somebody close to you, because it doesn't feel like super close to you. I don't know. She's not showing it well enough. It's pretty fuzzy. See if she'll explain. They don't usually explain a lot. She said she won't give me a lot of details, probably. She's not even explaining if it's coming or if it's left. She says before. before. So it must be coming. It must be somebody pregnant, somebody getting ready to get pregnant. This one's coming and Grandma's taking care of it until it gets here. So it'd be somebody close to you, if it's not you. And like I said, I don't feel that strong a relationship with you, so I don't know how to interpret this one. I'm sorry. Okay, she's talking about an apple tree, and then she actually picks an apple up and holds it. Something about an apple tree. So did she have an apple tree in her yard? Do you have one in your yard? Did you fall out of an apple tree? She's not explaining. I can't make her. It's her show. She could say and do whatever she wants to within reason. Okay, she says sink. She shows me a kitchen sink. She's looking in the sink. So I don't know, watch for something maybe to fall into the sink, rattle in the sink, even if the water backs up in the sink. I'm not sure. She's looking down and she's standing in the kitchen. But she's also in the bathroom. Something about the sinks. So watch for, like I said, you might drop a glass and break it in there. The water might start dripping, or you might turn the water on and it shuts itself off, or vice versa. Something about the sinks. So again, whatever she does, you'll know it when it happens. And I feel like it's going to happen more than once. Validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, ask her to bring you more, and thank her for being there. Invite her in if you want her to. That's your free will choice. Or you can tell her to leave if she's being too ornery. She's trying to get your attention. So she's hoping from these few little signs that you'll get it, that she hasn't left you, that she's always been there for you. She's talking about a man up there with her. About her age. Well, she's being kind of vague today. I don't like being vague. So I can't tell if it's a husband or a brother. Ex-husband, husband, brother. Somebody that's about the same age as her. She's not letting him step forward either. But she's acknowledging him. She thought you needed to know that he was there too. She's not letting me see him. Or he's not stepping forward. I'm not sure which. With that, she's going to leave. Somebody's birthday's coming up real soon. She's validating it, acknowledging it. Wants you to know that she knows. And she still keeps up to date with you. She just does it a little more quietly. And a lot of times when they do that, it's because they're afraid to step forward, because they don't want to scare the hell out of you, number one. And maybe you're not ready for that kind of stuff. So a lot of times they just pop in, check on you, and then pop out and go check on somebody else. So if you want her to pop in, tell her so. Let her know the door is open. She's welcome. Okay, with that, she's leaving, but she's also showing a white, thought it was a dove, a white bird. Looked like a white dove flying. So watch for a white dove to be a sign too. Maybe you have a picture one, or maybe you have a little ceramic one, or you might go walking through Walmart and feel like you need to turn your head to the side for some reason. And when you feel something like that, actually look in front of you. Why do I feel like I need to look over here? You might see one on the shelf, even a picture of one. You can see it on Facebook. Doesn't matter where you see the white dove, white bird. Not 100% about the dove part of it, but it's white bird. And that will be another sign from her. It could be on a billboard, bumper sticker, doesn't matter where it's at. Actually, my owl here, it looks white as far as I can see. It's actually, well, I thought it was blue. No, it's actually white. It's a white owl. It changes color. My daughter got that for me. So there's a white bird. Could be a white owl. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be her voice. Know that she loves you very much. Know that she's there to listen. She's there to be your shoulder. And ask her for advice. And then see what pops up in the next few days. What door opens. Ask, because if it's supposed to be on your path, they can help nudge people and help make those things happen. But you have to want it, because they cannot override your free will choice. Much love to you, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.